welcome back everyone. I'm down at Eleanor's house. As you know, she's having it renovated. She got the keys at the end of April. We're now mid-July. I've not been down for a while actually, but I'll give you a little tour, show you what's happening and a little surprise at the end. So not much happened out here, to be fair. We need to do all this concrete out here, but National Grid have been and done something with the fuse and I don't know, the electrics and stuff. So coming into the entrance hall, so I was just clearing stuff ready to take home. So I think all the carpet was up and everything before, but Eleanor's spray painted in black this staircase. We've got to still paint the railing, that's just covered over at the moment where she's been spraying it, so that looks much better. It's all been painted cotton white because it was yellow before in here, yellow paint. So all this hallway's been painted. We've not got any flooring down. All that cupboard came out of there because, like I say, the electricity board came and did something with that, but not quite sure what we're doing under there. Sorry it's a bit dark in here, but we can't get to the curtains to open them. But we had all the furniture for the kitchen delivered in here. We're slowly putting the kitchen together. So this is the dining room. Sorry, no, this is what's going to be the living room. Fireplace came out and all the side bits, but it's just full of work gear at the moment. Big change in here. The French doors went in. That used to be a window. So that came out. We've got a lot of the kitchen in, some more of the worktop and stuff there. We've also had the plumber. He's come and done all of his second fix. He's put this lovely radiator up. We've had second fix electrics done. And this is where we're at with the kitchen. So we've got the base units, wall units in, the cooker and extractors in, the dishwashers in, ovens in. We're keeping the same flooring, and actually Simon scrubbed this up and it came up really well, but it's obviously dusty at the moment. Fridge freezers in, and then obviously the door into the utility. So in here we've got the, I don't know if you can see it, so she's got a floor to ceiling, well nearly floor to ceiling, long larder cupboard for her ironing board and hoover and stuff. Then she's going to have this 400 unit here, then a washing machine, and then a space for when she gets her cats. So this has all been plastered, painted. That architrave door needs to go on. We need to buy a door for that. Nothing really happened outside. That's just full of rubble, and they're the bricks that come out of where that window used to be there. So she is partly living in here. So she's got food in her fridge, food in her freezer, and I'll tell you why she's kind of moved in, if you can believe it in this state, but she has moved in. Sorry about the noise, Simon's just moving a few bits about. We're just about to head off because we've been here all day. So moving upstairs. Ouch! Oh God, I've just kicked my toe up. Oh, and I kicked that up on holiday. Ouch! So it's all been painted in here. Wants another touch up because we've been coming up and downstairs with stuff. But this used to be yellow, if you remember. So the hallways had a paint. Nothing happened in the bathroom. This is where Simon and Mark the builder have been cleaning all that stuff. I don't think she's going to need a new bathroom, sink and toilet maybe when we're done. We'll see what the budget gives. We've chosen a shower. She needs the glass door going on, but she's coming home for showers and stuff. So in here is Eleanor's room. We've done the plastering. Simon's plastered it with some really good, it's like a really thick plaster that you roll on. This is for novices. You roll it on and then you skim it, and then it's almost like you've plastered it. It's really good stuff. So it saved us the money of getting a plasterer in. So he's done that. He's got a bit more to do. And then this one's sanding and painting. So in the other room, which is where we have a little surprise and which is why Eleanor's moved in, Knockety knock knock. So we've just got this room ready. It will be the spare room, but at the moment Eleanor's living in here because this is Rumpel. Hi, sweetie. So this is Eleanor's new kitten. He's 11 weeks old. She got him last weekend because he was ready for being separated from his mum, and the lady had kept him for another 2 weeks to what she should have done, ready for Eleanor to get some kind of thing ready for her house. So she's come to live down here because he's going to be a house cat and Simon's allergic. He couldn't come back to our house, so she said, well, I've got to move in. I need to move in my house. I need my kitten. So she's pretty much living in this bedroom, bless her, with all of Rumpel's stuff. She's been sleeping on that mattress in the other room for the last week, on the floor, like a crack den. But we bought a bed from home and set up this room just to be a bit more of a bedroom come home for Rumpel. Say hi. Say hello. Hello, gorgeous. So Rumpel is named after Rumpelstiltskin because it's her favourite character in the series Once Upon a Time, and he's played by Robert Carlyle. So she loves that series, and she's a Disney girl at heart. So he's called Rumpel, and he's a long-haired Bengal, and he's absolutely gorgeous. And he's so inquisitive. He's so good. There he goes. He likes to climb up there, and then he likes to sit out on the windowsill. So this is why Eleanor has moved into a very unfinished house, which is why Mark the builder had fixed the fridge freezer as one of the main things in the kitchen so that she can actually have something to eat. She's got an air fryer. We just need to get the kitchen sink in, so she's got water downstairs. She's obviously got water in the bathroom up here. And like I say, she's coming home for showering and things like that. But yeah, so she's happy as Larry here, aren't you, really? Yeah. Happy as Larry because she's in her house, not fully, and she's got her little baby that she's been waiting for. Because, of course, when she got the house in April and she put a deposit down on this little fella, we thought that the house wouldn't take as long as it is doing because we didn't realise it needed as much refurbishment as it's needing. So yeah, she were expecting to have been in fully, but it is what it is, and he's happy and she's happy and we're happy. It was a short but sweet video today. In fact, what am I doing? Eight minutes. So yeah, I'm sorry it's a short one. We've been very busy. I will put some footage in and some photographs after this of what Simon and the builders have been doing. It's just I've not been down very much to do the vlogging. So anyway, here's the update. We'll give you another one in a few more weeks' time when hopefully things are a little bit more finished. So for now, we'll say bye. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi everyone. So thought I'd just jump on here and give you a quick update about my braces stroke teeth issue. So last Monday, a week ago, I went to the hospital to have the surgery to have my front tooth taken out and my rogue tooth. So when I got there, expecting it to be the surgery and then I can get my braces on, it turns out, well, actually the consultant said to me, yeah, we can whip this front tooth out, no problem. She said, I'm a little bit concerned about this tooth up here. I said, right, okay. She said, have you seen the orthodontist at the hospital? I said, well, I saw somebody the other week. I don't know who it was. I just thought his name was Dr. Zach. She says, I'm Dr. Zach. I said, oh, right, well, I don't know who I saw then. He did go over the surgery with me, did say that obviously these teeth could be affected, but it was more concerned about the sinus pocket being the tooth going into the sinus pocket, and that could cause issues. She said, oh right, okay, well that was my colleague. She says, I am concerned about the sinus pocket. She says, but I'm really worried really, really worried about taking this tooth out. So she showed me the bone scan that I had, the 3D cone beam scan, I think it's called. And she said the tooth is sat quite deep in the jaw up here. And she says we're going to have to take like a rectangular piece of your jaw out to be able to access the tooth. Then they're going to have to break that tooth up to get it out because they can't do it in one go. And she's concerned that my 4 molars might fall out because obviously they're taking 50% of where they're anchored away. I was like, oh, right, yeah, I didn't realise it was that extreme. She said, she said, I can still do it. And from a surgery point of view, it's doable. But from an orthodontic point of view, she's a bit worried about my teeth coming out, which I am too, of course. So anyway, she said, can I have a word with my colleague, the top orthodontist guy? Turns out he's one of the top in the country as well. It was linked to our hospital, so that's good. She wants to have a chat with him, which I thought all this had been done. I thought, you know, who needed to be aware of it was aware of it. So I said, yeah, that's fine. So at the moment, it's on hold until she's spoken to the professor. She'll then contact me and we'll decide whether we're going ahead with the tooth extraction. At the moment, I'm thinking not. I don't want to go through all that and possibly lose my teeth. And she said it'd take a good 6 to 8 weeks for the jawbone to grow back again. And I would have to be on a special mushy diet kind of thing because I wouldn't be able to chew or anything on that side. So it all seems a bit extreme just to get braces on. So I've had a word with myself. Anyway, so that's a different thing. But then about 3 days before I was going for this supposed surgery, a front tooth started to chip. So I've now lost half of that front tooth. It's a lot shorter than the others and it's really jaggedy and it's causing an ulcer on the inside of my lip. And I thought, oh, it doesn't matter, it's coming out on Monday. No worries. Well, of course, it's not come out because if I can't have braces, I don't want that tooth out and have a gap. So yeah, I'm in a little bit worse position in that my front tooth's chipped away. I don't know why. Never shown signs of doing anything before, but ironically, a few days before I was supposed to have surgery, it started to chip. So anyway, I will keep you updated as to when I hear back from the hospital again to see whether we're going to do something alternative, or whether I can speak to my normal brace orthodontist to see whether he can somehow straighten them a little bit without touching this section up here. I don't know. So I'm sorry if you're all excited and looking forward to seeing my journey. So was I, but the journey's just on hold for a little bit. It's parked up. So yeah, so that's your update on my teeth.